So I've gotten some questions in the description of my other videos where people ask of the extension I use. So I have 55 extension installed. I'll try to run you through all these extensions that I use in VS Code to make my projects quick and meet deadlines, stuff like that, and also to just make life easy for myself. So the first one here is the auto close tag. The auto close tag basically helps you to close your tag as soon as you open them. You can check it out and you see a sample. So as soon as you write the opening one, the closing tag will be written for you. The auto rename tags helps you to rename both of your tag, that is the opening and close tag, in one go. I think there's a sample here, maybe there's no sample, but basically what it means is you can rename your tags immediately you do them. So here's a basic HTML project that I have. So let's say, for example, I want to rename this H1. I could just overwrite it and put P there, and both of them has changed to P. If I want to change this to a section, I just type in section there and both of them change. So that is what the auto rename tag does. Then auto open markdown preview. Basically, this helps to open any markdown file. For example, this is a readme.md file, which is a markdown file. As soon as I open it, it opens both the file and a preview. So here's the preview. I could just put here and say this is topic, and you see already we have a preview showing here. If I make like a list, you see the list is already showing me here like that. I can try it for several times and you see everything is happening. And the next one, now we're done with the open markdown. The next one is auto docstring, Python docstring generator. Basically helps to automatically generate docstring. Now for everything I show you here, there is always like a documentation that you can check to understand the features and the details you need to know, so you can check them out. The black formatter is basically formatting support that we have for Python files. That's just it, nothing more than that. Let me close this off. So you'll see it, how it works as you read through the documentation too. But basically this is for Python, if you're a Python person. But if you're not a Python person, you could just skip this. Then the code speller check. What this does, it helps to check your English while spelling, basically. So for example, if you did not camel case properly, this is going to throw an error because it assumes that you're spelling one word and the word is not right. But if you camel case, then it takes a break from where you started camel casing and take them as each word. Now for each of the words, it also checks if the word is correct or not, stuff like that. So that's just basically what this checker does. And here's like a sample that you can check. This composer is basically for PHP. Everything you need to work with a composer. Then CSS in JavaScript helps you to write CSS inside JavaScript. So we are looking at framework like React, where you have to write CSS inside of JavaScript. This really helps out very well.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
All right. Then the dev containers is for Docker container. It helps you with formatting, setting up Docker, and all those stuff. Of course, Django helps you to auto-generate beautiful syntax snippets for Django. That's just it. Docker is for Docker. It's that simple. It just helps you with everything related to Docker. Then here we have the ES7 Plus React Redux React Native snippet. So what this does for us is it helps us generate snippets for say ES7, React, and React Native, JavaScript generally, as much as it can. So I will be having to see more of this as we go on. I have multiple extensions that look similar. This is because two extensions might be really close, but one thing might be missing in the other one. I'm missing in this one. So I just download multiple sometimes just to make sure that I have all loops closed. Then the ESLint basically helps for linting. That should be clear. The Figma for VS Code. I've not really used this, but basically you can bring in Figma into VS Code text editor and do design and stuff like that. So you can check this out on your own. I've not used it before, but I think it's cool. That's also why I downloaded it, by the way. But let me check it. Then file icons help you to differentiate between different. Help you to differentiate between different files. So for example, this is HTML file. This is an MD file. That's a markdown file. And if you add on that file, you have and index.js, and you see that the icon has changed to it is same thing if we try it for maybe Python. So let's try index.py. I notice that the file icon changes too. Now, GitHub Copilot, this one basically helps you with code suggestion while you are typing a code. So if it understands the context that your code is trying to work with, then it helps you to complete the code. It also gives suggestions of different types, so you could ask it for suggestion to fix an error and stuff like that. Then the GitHub Copilot chat is the place you can chat with Copilot. So this is it. So as soon as you click it, there is this chat part that is open for you, and so you could ask any question related to what you are doing. The next one is IntelliCode and IntelliCode API usage example. Some of these extensions come like in pairs, I think. So they come when you install one, stuff like that. I think these 4 extensions came together. But basically, this IntelliCode gives you API usage examples, or basically examples of the kind of code you've written. So you have to hover over it, and you get such examples given to you. You can just check it out. And with that, sometimes it helps you in debugging, of course. IntelliPHP, of course, is AI autocomplete for PHP. Then for JavaScript code snippets, it helps you to auto-generate JavaScript code snippets. So as soon as you're typing one thing, it's suggesting a lot of things for you, and you'll be so fast. Now, Ginger is for template language. Basically, that's it. Then this Jira and Bitbucket extension for everything Jira and Bitbucket. That's just it. Then this is JSX snippet and JS, of course. So it just helps you with snippets. Now, if you're using like React, so it's going to give you suggestion. We have something like this already that I have on top, but I think I had to install this other one because they are a bit different. Now, this 3 does a similar thing. I think if you just use one, it will be fine. But of course, I like using different ones. So live preview is when you can preview your page from your project from your VS Code, stuff like that. I think there are samples here, so you can just check it out. Live server does basically the same thing, and I think this live server preview makes it possible for you to be able to preview maybe like a HTML page inside of your VS Code, so which gives like an advantage over some other ones that you might want to use. Live share is used for collaborative programming, so you could share like a link to your VS Code, and somebody somewhere, maybe a colleague, will be able to collaborate on top of the code you are writing. Next.js snippets, of course, to generate Next.js. The both of them are for snippets, but I think this one acts in TSX to it. That's just the difference. This other 2 is for PHP. This one has everything for PHP, and we have something like that already, like an IntelliSense for PHP. Then this for PHP profiler. All these things does very similar stuff. Now this is Prettier. Prettier generally is used to format a code. So when you go to like your code here, you could right click and you see something like format documents. So it's basically done with Prettier. Let me close this off. So we're back here. All right. So this is Prettier, and this generally does it for all code. And this is Prettier, but for SQL primarily. Prisma is used to write Prisma, and this one is Prisma Next.js, which gives you all support you need in writing Prisma and Next.js code together. These ones are basically for Python, Pyland, Python debugger, Python environment manager, Python extension pack, everything Python. This helps out. And this Python extension pack, yeah. Then Python indent. I really love this Python indent because indenting in Python can really be a struggle. But with Python indent, as soon as you hit the enter button, it gives the right indent immediately for you. Then we have React Native support. We have something similar already, and this next one is also similar. That's React Native tools. All these ones, the 4 of them or the 3 of them, they help in generating a quick snippet for your React Native. So if you are doing React Native, that's cool for you. Then REST client is used to test endpoints in Django REST framework, basically in Django. So that's just it. Of course, Solidity is used to generate like snippets for Solidity and Hard Hat. Then there's Tailwind CSS intelligence. There is TypeScript React code snippet, which is similar to what we already have before. This VS Code Faker helps you to generate fake or dummy content, rather dummy code, dummy content, stuff like that. Then VS Code PDF helps you to view PDF inside of VS Code. Then this zip file explorer displays the content of a zip file, and this zip file FS helps you to manipulate file inside of a zip folder. That's just it. There is one more that I would have loved to show you, even that I installed it a while ago. It helps to minify, would I say minify, or hide very lengthy Tailwind classes. You know, they get lengthy very much. So I used to have it. I think I'll just look for it. It's something on Tailwind. So by the way, anytime you need stuff, you just need to type out, you know, like a keyword or stuff. So like this, now that I've typed Tailwind, there will be everything about Tailwind here. So if you check it out, you could be able to find what you're looking for. What this Tailwind sorter basically helps to sort the classes according to I think according to, is it their effect, or is it according to the name, stuff like that, or priority, something like that. Tailwind nested, I don't think it's here, or I can't remember, because basically okay, good, Tailwind folds, that's what I was looking for. Tailwind fold. So what it does is what here is showing you. So it helps you to hide your Tailwind classes, and then anytime you really need to use the classes, you could just click on it and it expands it for you, like you could see here from all here. So it makes your code very neat. So these are the extensions I use. I hope you find them helpful as I ran through all of them and what they do. That is it for this tutorial. I'll see you in my next one.